Alright, hello. Hello everyone, I'm Pods. You may recognize me from the SMO 90% tournament that's currently going on. But, yeah, for those who don't know, I'm mainly more of a Galaxy runner, and I'm just gonna showcase Galaxy 2 90% here today. So I'm gonna, we're just gonna chill, get like a, 90% run going, so I guess we should get file set up and start like explaining what the whole thing's about. It's a really good run. Really cool. Alright. Gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so it's a very simple concept of Galaxy 2. Now, Galaxy 2 is a very simple concept. You have to get 70 stars and beat the final Bowser. Like, there's not really too much you need to explain. It can be a bit precise when it comes to movement, and got some very interesting tech and glitches that can be definitely used in order to just skip many sections and break many things in this game. So we got the intro cutscene, very simple, and we're just gonna chill, make our way over to the end of World 1. Well, we're just gonna make our way to the end of this, and then hop over to World 1. And the story is, well, there's not really anything I really need to explain when it comes to the story other than, like, Mario just kidnaps Peach. No, Bowser kidnaps Peach and Mario has to save for... That's about it? Mario kidnaps Peach? Yeah, that's totally how it goes. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. I have a bit of a headache, but it's like, it's not really too... It's not really that bad. I'm fine. Alright. After the Bowser, Bowser goes away, there's a bit of a small textbook skit coming up on these two Lumas. Gonna see how it goes. You have to wait a couple of frames just before you talk to these, and you just get like a little bit. Well, it's a little bit faster. I believe I got it, but I'm not too sure. And we're just gonna go into Sky Station 1. Understandable. Feel free to actually ask any questions if anyone has any. It can be like really complicated to just see the game as a whole, but so we're going into like a very small skip here called Luma Bounce. We use this Luma here. We can skip I died. That's very fun. I can be a bit bad at this game sometimes. Take 2. Not what I wanted, but okay. That Luma bounce was supposed to save a second, but yeah, this game can be one of those games. It can give and it can take away. Can you unmute mic and stream? Okay. Alright, yeah, this should be better now. I'm just gonna like deafen on the restream. Not on Discord. So really simple boss fight coming up. Basically like I'm specifically doing like long jumps and ram pans in order to just kill this Dino Piranha. And we're just gonna go and finish and get that stuff. It's not really, that was probably not the best one I could have shown with that death, but have to gladly take it. It was kind of funny that I died there, because I don't usually die when doing Latitude Bounce, but yeah. It's not really too much of a time loss. You can lose like 20 seconds, or you can save a total of 1. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Let me tell you. So we have a very interesting conversation with Blubber here, the Purple Luma. We call him Purple Idiot, mainly because of some stuff we will explain later, mainly because he just doesn't shut up. Can be a bit like, but you know, just have to live with it, I guess. Yeah, this game's sick. There's a tournament going on for this game as well, really soon. So you actually want to like take a look into that. Definitely a good idea to just chill and maybe join, because this is probably one of the more popular tournaments that's going to be going on. Like, over 30 people have already joined within one day. It's gonna be restreamed in the Speed Gaming, Speed Gaming channels, yes. So, yeah. Oh. I believe, like, last time I saw, about 32 people are in. Fair enough. Alright, so, oh, fair enough, Silo. So back in relation to this, there's, like, some movement that I've been, to probably explain. There's not really too much, but, you're gonna notice I'm not gonna be collecting any star bits, because, well, the final, well, I've already got all of the star bits to, before, well, I've already got all of the star bits. It's mainly a thing called Bank Toad that you can use, and Bank Toad is like a New Game Plus kind of feature, where you can basically just get like a maximum of 9,999 star bits in your file, and if you look at Bank Toad, you do see there is like that amount of star bits in. There are runs of this game that are not like New Game Plus and actual any %. This could be like considered a New Game Plus version of the category, but we just treat it as a normal any %. Mainly because it's kind of stupid to not do that. And you're saving like 10 minutes for free just by getting rid of starbits in the route and such. So we're going to be trying to avoid as many starbits as possible, mainly because you notice the well, you may notice that there is like zero when you get 0 star bits, there is no text box, like, right after. So, you save about a second, second and a half every time you do that. Same thing applies with coins, but sometimes we do need coins for other reasons. Now we're going into Yoshi Star. Yoshi Star 1 being probably one of the more interesting levels that kind of always intrigues everyone running, like, who has never seen this game before. Mainly because Yoshi can basically fly. With there is no exaggeration when it comes to that. It's basically a trick called infinite flutter. And I'm just gonna let it just do it, and then just explain it after. Nice. First try. That trick was probably one of the ones I was most worried about. So just to explain how infinite fluttering works, you mainly go onto Yoshi and start a flutter, and then cancel it by pressing Z. And then you just start another flutter, and it just goes on and goes on until you make it onto that platform. The thing is with flutters is you can only flutter for like a maximum of, say, 10 seconds before you have to drop. And can be a bit like weird to understand. Mainly because after 10 seconds your entire speed just gets shot to like snail's pace. So oftentimes it's better to just keep flutters within like the realm of 10 seconds. Also you may notice we are getting comet medals. We'll talk about that a bit later. We will need as many as we can get though, just so before the well, we need as many as we can get though, because certain levels are just locked comics that we are gonna need. So now we got Yoshi Star 2. Very similar in idea to Yoshi Star 1, but Yoshi Star 2 has again, another infinite flutter. This one's a bit jank. Not the most fun trick in the world to do. Gets it first try. This trick can either be like a first try. It's considered a beginner strat, but in my opinion, it can be really weird to get the hang of. Especially considering how hard like the trick can be. So we're gonna be doing another skip here. Pay attention to I'm just gonna pay attention for a bit. I'm just gonna grab this spiny, and there's a bit of an audio cue I have. Nice. With that audio cue, you can basically shoot this big Lakitu with spiny right in his face. It's really cool. I have been adding a few more strats recently to this game, and there's definitely way more stuff I can include. So I might even just give a few of them a little shot over here, because some of them don't really lose too much time if I mess it up. So we got Spin Dig coming up next, the level with a drill, which would be interesting. Spin Dig 1 is pretty fun. I will be I want to try a strat that many people are probably going to scream at me for doing, but oh well, we'll have to see what happens. I'm gonna give it one go, because, well, one go is kind of all I can get. Go for broke. Why not? So, we're just gonna go up to this Luma. This strat's only done by people with mainly sub-freeze, or like, really good times, like around about the 3-hour barrier. So I should probably not be doing this. First we're gonna do a interesting flip through this small platform. Hello? If this level actually is working. There we go. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go to this Luma, drop the spin drill, and I didn't go for it. Ah, dang. That sucks. What I was going to try to do was, I was going to try and go from the top of this platform and make it from there to the, directly to the launch star, but I didn't get it. Didn't get like the first part. That sucks. It's a little bit of a time loss, but it's not really too big. Not really too big of a deal. Also, oh dear, I should have probably got some star bits. Backups. I forgot about the toad skip. There's a toad skip you can do where you throw like star bits at this toad, but I just forgot to get some. It sucks, but that's fine. And now we got Digalard here. This boss is RNG. And it's just basically a 50-50% chance of if the boss just jumps from the left to right. So you see he goes to the right and then in. The thing is, you want to try and get it so the boss actually just lands on the side you're on, mainly so you can just skip part of the cycle, and it's a lot faster. And that's the end of Spin Dig. It's like a lot more tricks coming up later on, mainly being, well, mainly being something interesting to find. Also, when it comes to star bits, we're mainly going to be getting star bits inside the Starship Mario. Mainly because Starship Mario is just well, you get star bits without getting any kind of text box. And it just happens to work really well. So we got right side down here. There's a few things that I can like add when it comes to this game, to this skip, that you're going to be experiencing the Fire Flower quite a bit. So Fire Flower movement is kind of basic, bare bones. But there's a lot of really interesting movement, like right at the start. Just to know you can beat this level without flipping the gravity at all. So we're just gonna go around here. Normally you would be going on the top side of this section. Like the gravity will be in upside down. But because this game is interesting, didn't get it. This game is interesting, I just went on the other side. I was gonna try and go for a skip there, where I basically go directly under one of these boxes. There's like a very consistent setup and you have a very unlikely chance to die, but I just went a bit too late and I just did. And that's right side down 1. It's a very fast star. Most of these stars in World 1 are a bit like on the weirder end, but they're like mostly required for you. Well, they're mostly required. But, I just call it box, yeah. There's also some very interesting depth and headed movement there, right at the top. And like, walk on the wall or something. Interesting. Now we have right side down secret, where we're gonna be going over this pipe egg again. Yes. Thank you all for the good luck. So there's a interesting box minigame. I don't know how people have problems with this casually. It is a lot easier than what people think it is. You just need to understand angles and shoot the box in the right way. Normally I would get like a 12, but because I missed some of the boxes, I just didn't, and it's not really too big of a deal. People can get like 13s, maybe 14s if they're really lucky, if they actually like get movement down really good for that. So now we got Fluffy Bluff. This is actually the only level, other than Galaxy Generator, where you purposely miss the Comet Medal, mainly because there's a very obvious skip that you can do. Anyone can try this at home, to be honest. If anyone actually wants to try this, feel free. This is probably the harder part. Get it? There you go. Intro. Now all you do is you just long jump your way over to here, and completely I'm going to miss that. I'm just... That sucks, but you get the main premise of that skip. I don't know why my long jumps were so underpowered. Definitely were low on fuel. Yeah. Now we're just gonna see the champ, say hi, and then leave, because we don't want to see him yet. Until later. We will see this guy later. So, and it's a cool gamer. Suddenly claps out a star for now. Also, people, well, this route does, now this level actually can be kind of changed a bit. Mainly because, Fluffy Bluff 1 and Fluffy Bluff S are kind of interchangeable a little bit. But mainly, runners usually prefer to do secret after 1. Mainly due to, the Xbox, mainly due to, like, grabbing an extra coin. A star spawning in the, home screen, like when you're selecting a star. So, speaking of coins, we're just gonna be going around here, collecting 60 for the, just for the sake of, feeding a hungry Luma. Yeah, the star select screen takes on. So we're gonna be collecting 100 coins here. It's very, like, little, there's, like, quite a big risk of just missing coins. And if you get less than 60, well, less than, like, 100 before talking to this hungry Luma, it's kind of the reason why people often opt in to go for secret first, then 1. Mainly if you do this in 1, then secret, then this would obviously be a reset point. And if you mess up the points, not too big of a deal. So I guess I can talk about Cloudflower mechanics. There's a few things I can mention about it, mainly if you shake the Wiimote as you're doing a long jump. Well, if you shake the Wiimote, you land the cloud. You can do movements with it, just so you can get like a bit of extra momentum. And it looks really nice. So now we're going into Fiery Flotilla. This is a level that many people consider a huge reset point, mainly due to the strats that people do for Double Gut, which is the first boss, like the first actual Bowser Jr. or Bowser fight. There's a set of movements I do that can be, well, that can be done to make this infinitely way more consistent. So if, so if anyone in the Galaxy community is having problems with this star in particular, I suggest maybe taking something from this. So what we're just gonna do... We're just gonna get all, the 6 of his, bulges. Long dragon tails. Dark. First 3 are like the thing that has done the advanced strat, then this is probably like the other. This is like a weirder section that many top runners don't do, but I do it just to be safe. And I didn't get that. That is kind of weird, but that's fine. As you can see, if you mess that up, it's like still really consistent. You see me get this in... you see me do this in runs, you basically see me get this every single try. It's literally like no contest. I didn't get though, so... How is that almost a gold, too? Neat. We'll take a 30. This World 1 is being kind of alright. The only big time loss I've had was the, attempting Spin Dig 1 and going into Luma Bounce and dying in it, but, you know. We have many stars to come finish. That are coming up. Some stars are more interesting than others when it comes to strats. Mainly because there are a lot of strats that I've been learning that I am really interested in putting into runs, and this is probably gonna be the time I'm just gonna put them in. Because there are a few things that I've never really tried in runs before. You're just gonna see me try them. One of them's coming up soon. And now we have Puzzle Plank 1. It's a interesting level with a load of really cool movement. Some of the green stars in this level are like really well placed. Some of them aren't, but some of them are like really fun to do. Thank you. Hell yeah. Love to see him. So what's really basic movement as a whole. Just very there's an interesting triple jump around about here, and gonna make our way to the end of the planet. And then you may recognize this boss if you play Galaxy 1 and not play Galaxy 2, which is interesting to say the least. There's a thing you can do where you can get like a glitchy ground pound, where you can get like 2 or maybe even 3 ground pounds at once. Saves time, but nobody knows why that happens. Still waiting on some explanation. Now we have this guy, this boss, Mandibot Parent. And that's that. That's basically all I really need to explain with that, but it wasn't really, well, it wasn't really cooperating too well with, cycles, well, with, like, movement, but still, it's like not too big of a deal. Now we got Hightail Falls 1. As we're just going to completely skip this chat we're just gonna have with Blubber. Very interesting conversation. It's just a showcase of how we're going to do the world map. Now, Hightail Falls 1. There's a dip we're gonna do right at the end, which I've never tried in a run before. We're gonna see Yoshi, and we're gonna see a load of dash peppers, which dash peppers are gonna be used in order to go fast. This is probably one of my favorite levels of the game, mainly because there is like 2 different ways to speedrun this level. I'm going for the JDA floor, so see how this goes. That's what you love to see. So just to explain how that trick works, I'm getting gold, by the way. Just to explain how that trick works, what we're gonna be doing, what we did was we timed the end of the chili, well, of like the dash pepper. So it's precisely as soon as you landed, well, as soon as you did that jump. And what we did is we could basically just fly our way with Yoshi to the end of that planet. It's a bit more advanced, but it saves like 2 seconds over the other setup. Which is cool. The trick is definitely very interesting. Just admittedly, again, I was worried that I was going to mess that up, but it can easily be backed up though. So now we got Cosmic Cove 1. A kind of a boring level. There's like some interesting water tech. But due to the spin timer being massively nerfed in this, compared to Galaxy 1, it's not overly too exciting. For those who normally watch Galaxy 1, you may be familiar with a trick called Surface Flying, which, thank God, you don't have to do it in Galaxy 2, because that would just be pain to wrists, and you don't really want that. But, yeah. We're just going to be collecting some coins in the process. We need 15 for a Hungry Luma. And get the Comet Medal, and we're just going to make our way back up here. Like I said, hit this switch. And just talk to this Hungry Luma just to an unlocked secret for the next time we're going around. So what we're going to be doing afterwards is we're just going to go and climb up this waterfall that we may have noticed is just frozen. Huge banner. Stones are a huge banner in this game. basically wall kicks will work. But then again, it's wall jumps, not wall kicks in this game. So what we're gonna be doing now is we're just gonna talk to Toad real quick. Just pop a quick visit over to Male Toad. No, not Male Toad, Bank Toady. Just so we can get the star bits we need. Hello? And we're gonna need around about 4,800 star bits. $49.69, that is more than enough. And it is very important I go into the right level here. Because, if you click go into 2, the secret doesn't spawn, and you basically just lose like 30 seconds to be entering the level. Unintentional, but nice. Yeah. So we're just gonna get a few star bits, and we're just gonna try to get the bunny in this next planet. The only bunny in the game, by the way, which surprises me, considering Galaxy 1 has 3 of them. And we got it. There's a bit of a manip you do with throwing star bits. It's pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, I nearly... that's got about... nearly buggered me up. That bunny strat can be just weird, and you can definitely mess it up really, really often. Not expected. Dude, does he know quality? So now we got Honey Bloom's Secret, a really easy level. Am I doing Honey Bloom 1 route? Yes. There's 2 different routes in this game. One of them you would go into Boulder Ball 1 around about now, after Cosmic Club Secret. This route I'm doing, it does Honey Bloom 1 instead. Which we're gonna see right after this. Interesting gold, but I think that goal was more intentional. So, because I kinda skipped some thing that I was doing. Well, I did the well, I got the Bank Toad. I usually get the Bank Toad going into Honey Bloom, but I didn't. So it was like a free fake 20-second gold. 42.69. Imagine if that was a 0, though. Now we're going into Honey Bloom 1. Probably one of the harder levels for new runners to do this, to play. How much faster is JP than English? We actually... In this game, we don't really know, honestly. It saves a few seconds, but we haven't really tested it. Also, this, I'm gonna focus here. This tech can be a little bit weird. We timed the Galaxy 1 loads, and the JP disc saves like 50 seconds, 90%, and playing the game on the Virtual Console of the Wii, which is what I'm doing right now as well, saves 1 minute 20. The loads and the, well, everything in this game kind of varies a little bit. Sometimes loads can be faster, sometimes loads can be on the slower end. We don't know, we don't fully understand. It'll probably take quite a while until someone gets a kind of how it works. 1 minute 20 time save. It's mainly because the loads are instant. See, that was a thing found where you can play the JP Wii U version of the game, of like both galaxies. So recently, runners who mainly play English have like a 2 minute 10 second. Well, people who play English disc get a 2 minute and 10 second time save because they have the opportunity to play in JP and they can play on VC, which saves about that much time. Which is kind of the reason why Galaxy has been absolutely popping off recently. We're like very close to the whole sub 220 barrier in Galaxy 1, and for those who don't know, Galaxy 2, there's a top tier runner, whose name is Nemi. He is probably one of the best, actually, what am I saying? The best Galaxy 2 runner that is. He currently holds the record of a 258, like a 258.39, I believe. And well, for reference, second place is 3 hours. Currently, we may be seeing some shift in the leaderboards, mainly because some other higher level runners are on the verge of catching up, mainly Hardcore and Super Viper. Because Hardcore recently got a 3 hours and 56 second time, and Viper has a 3 hours 58 seconds. Ah yes, the classic. That actually happened to me in this level too, which was pretty funny. With these like platforms in a way, I actually got caught on one of them, and I just clipped through, and instantly died. We'll just pretend that didn't happen, and move on. Yeah, Galaxy 2 at a virtual console. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be bouncing on the right side of the three, statues. Had to think of the word there. pentagram had the blocks. There is a way to hit 2 blocks at once, but we don't really understand how it is. Some people get it accidentally, which, well, some people get it accidentally. We don't really, like, understand why it happens. So, when it happens, it's always hype. So, first Bowser fight, very easy. There is... We're fine on coins, by the way, don't worry about them. Just, watch me gen. Oh, I jensed it. That actually sucks. Telling you, the hitbox of... Sometimes this, I reckon this game does need a hitbox view, mainly because, like, bloody hell, some of the hitboxes in this game are interesting. You mainly don't want to hit the, like, shell of Bowser, mainly because the shell just happens to not work, but, like, the hitbox of the shell just happens to, like, fling it right back. For some reason. Yeah. This fight is kind of boring though. We're just gonna be doing the exact same thing 4 times, and as soon as we get that done, we're just going to move on. Take Bowser a little bit. You will see this fight 2 more times, but both of those fights are way more interesting because it's actually harder, and there's a few things that you could keep in mind, that I have to keep in mind when I do this. How is this World 2 to my PB, actually? I haven't checked. Okay. I'm kinda keeping up with PB a little bit. Not like too good, but way further, way less behind than I thought. For reference, I'm like 29, 30 seconds. I'm about 30 seconds behind PB. Interesting. I don't really have splits up on me right now. I'm just comparing against nothing, so I don't really stress out about my run and just focus on commentary. That's mainly what I normally do when it comes to these kind of runs. Either compare against nothing or compare against my summer best. Which just happens to be what every other Galaxy runner does. Compare against summer best with like green, well, with changing their like split color to say green or white or something like that. It often works really well, let me tell you. It isn't too bad actually. Especially because of some of the mistakes I've had, it's like really clean. Also because I had like a lot of time save it. End of Book 2. Mainly being Honeybloom and Bowser. Now we have Cloudy Court. There is a pretty cool star. Well, right. Well, the first star is really cool. Those who have never seen a run might actually like this because the movement tech here is sick. Got a lot more cloud cancels, and we'll make our way into the top of this run, just so we can Just so we can, like, get around to, like, this. I have never seen Otumba go on the cloud before. Someone clip that, actually. That's actually very interesting. Very funny. So what I'm gonna be doing here, there is a very, there is a cool skip coming up. So, there's a certain cycle I'm gonna try to hit. Usually it's very tight, and I got it. Might have given you all a little bit of a heart attack, but it often works out very tight for me, so, you know. I haven't really been messing that up a lot, now that you think about it. Very surprised that was a goal, too. It can be a very tight to get, so... Now we got Freezy Flake Secret, which is kind of known as the guessing game. If anyone wants to take a guess on how many points I'm gonna get, feel free to. You need 500 points to pass, and you can get anything from like 500 to, say, the record's like, what, 1,000? Well, I think it's like 1080, I believe. I don't remember. But Cantaloupe has the record. Yes! Just guess somewhere similar to what Keegan's guess is. In like 10s, by the way. If, well, yeah, they can only be multiples of 10. Godforsaken reason. Yeah, there are... so there are 3 different patterns for this. Patterns are usually very predictable. They're the exact same thing every time. But it's like, it's RNG on which pattern is where, and what pattern shows up in every attempt. So it's like, I basically have the rough basis of, like, how the patterns are kind of memorized. $680. Was a bit drastic, but you can got it. Oh, you love to see it. Definitely love to see it. Now we have Freezy Flake 1, which, is probably one of my it's a fun level, but it has a really weird cycle to it that I'm gonna try to go for, but I doubt I'll be getting. Mainly because the cycle is really difficult. Well, it's pretty hard, actually. It's, there's a backup cycle to this, but, we'll just go for the main cycle first, and then go for the backup cycle if needed. So, what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna grab this Fire Flower, and it's basically just gonna be a race against time, just to make it onto, to break a block where the Comet Medal is. There's a clip you can do in this, where you can just go straight into the side, which is a little bit faster. And I got it. You have to specifically hit that ice block before the fire flower runs out. We can get this fire flower and make it into pipe. And after that, we can just make a mad dash to the star. Not sure what went wrong with this star, actually. This actually looked pretty good. You know. Have to live with it. Not sure what that time loss was. Actually was clean. So now we're gonna be just have a little quick word with Luigi. It was very brief. Mainly Luigi's now playable in certain styles. Which, fun fact, we're not gonna be seeing Luigi today. Yeah, sorry, I know, but Luigi takes way too long just to get anything sorted, so it's basically pointless. So Haunty Holes 1. There's a cycle I would have liked to try at some point. I haven't really learned it. Called Yoshi Fan Cycle, where you can make this like moving platform as it's going like right there. But sadly I didn't get it. So we're just gonna make the second cycle. Yeah, aerial means. Now we got, okay. Got some stuff going on. Simple movement. Gonna go right into the pipe and butter my way to the stuff. Most of it is cycle-based. The platform right at the end, doesn't go until you, hit a certain trigger. So it's not really as bad. And this entire section is mainly just Yoshi flutters to the end. Now we got Haunty Halls 2, which is probably the sweet, sweet variation of Galaxy 2. Many people often just call Sweet Sweet just a long jump simulator, and this is a very accurate version of that. Where you just constantly long jump. This is basically what every single SM64 runner thinks Galaxy 2 is. And to be honest, sometimes you're not wrong. It's just a lot of long. Sometimes there's more than that, let me tell you. We're just gonna make our way to the end of this bit. We're gonna be seeing this level later as well, with the comet. So we haven't really finished with this level, but we're mostly done. About like what, 2/3 of the way. Like we got 2 stars. We have like another star left. we're gonna be experiencing in the World 6. Well, in World 6. Which is the Comet. So now we go from one of the more boring stars to one of the more interesting ones. Which is Beat Block 1. Probably one of my favorites, to be honest. Mainly because the level is based off the music. So you see there's like these yellow and green platforms. The yellow platforms go and the platforms basically switch from yellow to green every 4 beats. Well, actually I think it's like 8, I believe. Very common mistake for me to make. It's kind of annoying when you backflip a little bit too early and you just miss the cool swag backflip to in the Hungry Luma. A little bit embarrassing, let me tell you. So now we got Beat Block 1. Beat Block 1 is very fun. Beat Block Comet, not really as, like, kind of scary, but got some very cool fast movement coming up. I'm not really embarrassed, it's just kind of funny how I messed that up. I often do that. It's like you do sometimes go really early to that and not understand like a good visual cue. Can be very easy to miss. Check the Silver Star goal. There we go. Favorite game of all time? It's one of my favorites. Some of the games I really like. SMG 1, Spyro Year of the Dragon. Some of the Spyro games are really cool speedruns. And Celeste, mainly. Which I still need to mention that Spyro is probably one really underrated. I think it needs more love. Spyro Freeze Search. Speedrun of that is really cool. And then we got Tall Trunk 1. A lot of like really fast movement when it comes with it. Well, comes to it. There's like mainly climbing up the tree without the need of Yoshi, which sounds a bit counterintuitive. Mainly because Yoshi is often considered faster. For some reason not in this. Also, you do get a glimpse of the Blimp Fruit. I'm going to be using it a bit later. Can I get up platform? That backflip, the reason why that backflip works is mainly because of a sideways wall jump, which is a trick where you do a wall jump, and because of tapping the Wiimote, because you're basically like tapping the Wiimote, well, this happens to... Oh, okay. Like, wall jump at a different angle. It's like the same. Well, it's like the same thing as like how mirrors work. How you long jump on a mirror and then like, well, say like you're wall jumping at like an angle with a mirror, and then like the angle that it reflects to is basically the angle where you're just going to be sent to. If that makes more sense. Now we're just going to be using the blimp fruits in order to just climb up. This star is often a huge time loss for many runners, so very not surprised that I lost time here. But, you know. So now, because of the star count, we've done 7 stars in World 3. Comets will now be unlocked. Oh wait, comets have already been unlocked. What am I saying? Now I think it's time to just get some comets out of the way. Mainly because comets can be like really fast stars that we can get out of the way. Some comets are like the spawn of other comets, and the main like requisites to get them are there can't be more than 3 in one world. Comets are like you need the comet medal, and you need to be every single level in the world that the comet is related to. So like category, for the example of this comet, you need category 1. And some comets are like tied into how many comet medals, which is kind of the whole reason we're going to be collecting as many as we need. We need a total of 32 by the end of the game. And now this is a very boring mission. Yeah, didn't notice that. That was funny. So now after this, there's Puzzle Planet Comet, which, in my opinion, is the hardest level in the game to go without collecting any star bits. It's kind of funny. If anyone wants to do like a star bit-less run of this game, good luck, because this level is a massive nuisance. So we're just gonna go into Puzzle Planet real quick, get this star out of the way. And we're gonna be, and this star is basically like the requisite for purple coin stars. You normally have, you'd have to beat the star and then other purple coin missions can spawn. There's only really like 1 or 2 that we really need to worry about. Well, there's only 2 that we need to worry about actually. Or 2. Also, this is kind of a bit... This star can be overwhelming for new runners, so there's like a very easy that you can do. Which... that is not part of it. Which can make this level a lot faster. You get the drift. It's not hard, but... This is the reason why I say this is probably the hardest level to go without getting Starbits, because every single Cosmic Clone drops, like, 3 Starbits, and it's not the easiest thing to just go without collecting it. But I did. You need to have, like, really good reactions. Now we're gonna go back to World 1 real quick. And that's the wrong level. Star Station is the right one. Need to go to that. Sky Station Helmet is basically Sky Station 1, but you're just gonna be on a timer. And you may not see this, but this game officially puts speedrun as 2 words. It's over, guys. We're done. It's like speed spacebar run. Okay. That did not go as planned. So you may notice we have like the 20-second timer, but like there are these blocks around, which every time you collect one, you do get an extra 10 seconds on the clock. But you do need a few by the end, by this part. Also the final planet, you just don't go to it anymore. Because reasons. Like, the game just doesn't... Well, the game just doesn't make you do that anymore. Like, you know, it's fine. Whatever you say. Also, Dino Piranha has got like a really interesting movement. Mainly, you can just ground pound the shell in order to just easily be in one hit. If you didn't ground pound the shell, you would normally have to spin like 3 times. A little bit on the hard end, so we're not doing that. Now we have Yoshi Star Comet, which Yoshi Star Comet can be a very annoying star. It's basically RNG. Like 100% RNG. Based on the enemy spawns. Luckily there is not that much RNG, but this is this star and a star you're gonna see later are like the big offenders. Mainly the RNG that are in this game is enemy movement and the boss in Indy. So basically, like, the entire point is we're just gonna go around with the Rainbow Star and kill 30 shinies. Should probably mention this is a rump star, which is just like, here's a barrage of enemies. Just beat them for me. That's all you really need to do. There's a very weird thing with this game where if enemies aren't on camera, they don't count as being hit. Which again is really weird, but they're really fun, Deegan, let me tell you. The rump stars can be a little bit jank, but as soon as you get them down, it's like, it's fine. Now we got Flip Swap. Probably one of the coolest stars. Is there a good way we can block the tournament? Yeah, we can. You can do that. I'll just unmute desktop audio, so if you want to add something, feel free. receptive. There you go. Sorry, mind it. Oh. Where I should I... Oh. Oh, that's where... Do you mind, I'll talk a little bit after the whole World 3 thing. There are very... Oh. Oh, you mean like that one? I thought you were on about the whole Odyssey tournament. I just plugged the speed gaming tournament. I'll try and find the link to that. There is a... If Keegan, if you can get it, that'll be very nice. There is this, also back to this thing, there is a very interesting long jump you can do, where if you just if you spin and then long jump as the momentum's going up, you're just gonna go flying. Focus on the run, we can plug it at the end. Alright. So now we don't Fearsome Fleet. I am very scared for this, but we're gonna try this once. Because there's a certain skip. People may have already seen this on Twitter, but, I'm gonna give it one go. Maybe just like mention... I'm gonna try a trick that is called Question Block Flitter or QBF. This level is probably the most insane, the hardest strat in the entire game. And it's probably the hardest thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it one go. Y'all are going to see an attempt. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going on an asteroid, going on a question block, and then fluttering my way to the star, well, to the end. So I'm just going to focus. Let the skip do the focus. Okay, this is fine. Oh my god. First try, let's go. I'm very surprised I got that. That skip is way harder than it looks. I'm shaking now. Jesus. That's the first time I ever got that in a marathon. Well, in a run even. And I was really scared. I spent like multiple hours practicing it. So just to explain how that trick works, you mainly have to like land at a very, well, that third flutter, you may notice like I was at a more of a right angle. I need to be precisely at like a 4 o'clock angle, which if you do that you can like get the comet medal and you have to go under the platform immediately after. I'm not even kidding when I say, that was a time in where like most people didn't go for this. Only people with like 3 hour plus times go for it. Well, with like around about the 3 hour, 2:58, 3 hour mark. like... I'm definitely surprised that I got it in this run in a marathon setting, because it's way harder than it looks. It took me like, what, 5 hours just to get the trick once. So, this is a massive gold by 6 seconds. We take those. Oh, I'm shaking. That was sick. That trick is like way harder than, it's like... There are so many ways you can mess that up, and I was really scared that I was gonna mess up the third of the second flutter. Because the second flutter can be really hard to understand. Because it's like, it's based on angle, well, the angle when you're fluttering. I may try some other stuff later that I've never done before, but... Now we're going into World 4, the beginning of the what I consider the gauntlet. A load of really punch-in styles coming up. This mainly starts with Fearsome Fleet. I just yell. It's just like there's a low more strats that are like so. Yeah. There's a low more strats I can definitely go for. Mainly more in like World 4, World 5 that you'll see. That are like really cool. So first off, Sweet Mystery is pretty hard stuff. A load of like pretty precise floaters, and the last floor is pretty easy, but there's like a load of methods you can skip. Well, there's a load of ways you can skip some. So what we're gonna do, we're getting the Comet Medal, and I will try this flutter as well, because this flutter is pretty cool. I'm kind of the only one that goes. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna land around about this angle. I don't know how that... Nope, didn't get it. What you could have seen me do is I could have like bounced on that berry and made my way directly to the star. Now there's a thing in this level where the entire movement of that flutter, is very important to me. Mainly because if you mess it up, there is a invisible floor there, which the only way to get out is by long jumping for about 20 seconds, and it is pretty bad. You'll lose like, well, you lose way more time than you think just by doing that. Mainly because the developers just for some reason forgot to put a death barrier. And it is really weird. Nobody knows why it happens, but we just have to leave that be. Now we have another skip of Flipsville 1, which admittedly one of my favorite ones. This is probably one of my favorite levels, and mainly because this skip also looks really appealing. And is actually not that hard. This part is a little bit hard though. There's a way for you to basically skip the entirety of this level. And as soon as you get like the hang of it. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be triple jumping over here. Line myself up with this, that is a bad angle. And what we're just gonna do, we're just gonna fly to the boss planet. Love SMG2, this game is sick. There's a load of really cool movement, and like a load of really cool things with this game. And this boss fight is a bit of a joke. We don't give her a chance to attack, but that's that star out of the way. Keep in mind, if anyone has any questions they want to ask, feel free. Now is especially the perfect time, because some of these stars up are like a little bit on the slower end. With like movement, tech, or just stuff about me. We have times to breathe some donations, right? Yeah. I guess I might as well just talk about a few. There's like a lot of really interesting things that have mainly happened within like the entirety of the game's history. Mainly, back in like February of this year. Back in like February of this year, that one of the old runners of this game, Nemi, decided to just come back and basically get the sub 3, and he went from like a 3 flat to like a 258, which is still insane. He is still like, everyone considers him to be the best best Galaxy 2 runner in the game. And he often had a mindset similar to what Balu did trying to think of other people that actually had like just risky, go all out on strats. The only ones that come to mind are Balu, Dide, Jeremy Thompson, and Spyro. Anyone can think of any others. Mitch, I guess, a little bit. Oh, Mitch and Tyrone as well. He mainly had a thing where he just went for more strats that everyone else did, and he was considerably ahead of the curve. Mainly because he has basically been running since like 2011. Yeah, Mitch and Tyrone did all that. Tyrone. Well, he's been playing since just about when the game came out. About 9 to 10 years ago, and still being like... He was a massive strat finder when it came to this game. There's a lot of like really cool tech that... but he often was like really mysterious to the community. Like, he didn't actually like explain... Well, he wasn't in the Discord. Well, he isn't even in the Galaxy Discord, he's just sometimes streams, and the only time that you actually have of, like, contact him, what I've actually had contacting him was the, was through YouTube comments, weirdly enough. But, like, he is often, like, a really cool runner. Many people have started implementing his strats and, like, some other optimizations recently, but I definitely reckon, like, Nemi's, like, consistency and his, like, run in comparison to other runners. Like, he has, for reference, a 254 3x summer best, which is kind of insane, considering, runners like Viper have a 258 summer best and, like, a 3 hours flat. The fact that Nemi can save 4 minutes alone on strats still just blows my mind. It's kinda nuts. And now we have Flipsville Comet. Again, really boring level. You're just gonna be collecting 100 coins and stuff. There's also other categories in this game I would like to talk about, mainly like 120 and 242. 120 in this game is like a not too good of a category. I don't really like it too much. But I mainly prefer doing a 242, which, for those who don't know, there's like 120 stars, and then there's like 120 greens, like, immediately after. Which, the world record of that is somewhat around 9 hours. Well, the world record is a 9 hours, 7 minutes, and 15 by Mutant's Abyss, or Claire. Which, she's like a really good runner. She has an eventual goal of sub 9, and I know sub 9 is definitely possible in the game. As we often, like, compare against people's summer bests. We have like a community summer best sheet, which I believe is an 847. Nuts. Sub 9 is free, yeah. Sub 9 is basically like definitely on the cards for runners, and probably something that people should be doing pretty soon. Well, people can be like getting pretty soon, realistically. So we're out of the boring styles, and now we got Jumpworks. Be a very interesting well, this is like a bit of very interesting movement. There's a few auto-scrollers here and there, but overall it's not quite too bad. So the ironic thing is, I think I could be ahead of PB after World 4. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. Because I know, I'm like, this is still a really good run. For those who don't know, I'm like 48 behind Pete right now. And I have a minute in Gravity Gauntlet. Mainly because a skip, well, mainly because of the Bowser fight, and not going for a skip that I wanted to try to do, but I was backing down, mainly because I didn't want to kill the run. So, okay. I won't be, like, too confident of this being a PvE, but maybe. I will be very surprised if it is, mainly because there's, like, a lot more, well, the first two worlds weren't really that good, and, like, there was a lot of, well, mainly, like, the first world was not good, and there was, like, a lot to be desired in, like, some styles. We're only now getting into, like, the harder parts of the run, because there are some styles that... Okay. So there are some styles that are way more brutal in, like, Worlds 4, 5, and 6. Some styles can be really easy to lose time. How did the first three styles of the run go? I died in Sky Station 1 because I went for Luma Bounce. Is it possible to make that first chain jump cycle? You can with 2-player. But 2-player isn't really overly used in this. Kind of a shame. The only person that really uses April. Shoutouts to her. I want to see more people use it in this game, but there's like very limited use in comparison to Galaxy 1. I'm not like too confident of this BBM though, by the way, because keep in mind this run died in Sky Station 1. 2P allowed in main leaderboards? It is. It's just the thing is, one, you're basically holding 2 remotes with one hand, which isn't really a bad thing, but you're gonna have to get like some benefit out of it. But, and 2, the 2P jump that you normally can do in Galaxy 1 has been, for some reason... Which, for reference, the 2P jump in Galaxy 1 is a thing where you get, like, if you spin and do, like, a jump in 6-frame foot, you get, like, a third jump when you're getting high. And that can be used mainly for, well, you can use, like, the 2P feature just to get started and touch really quickly. Anyways, I'm sure you all are groaning, but we have to get the spring power up. Yay, everyone loves it. Everyone. It's the best power-up in the game, I'm telling you. Like, why does this power-up exist again? Someone tell me. Nobody likes the thing. Luckily, that's the only time you ever see it. We don't even get it in greens anymore, because of a threat that many people do that is way better than getting the spring. And the controls are janky as all hell, and it's not fun to move with the spring. Some god-forsaken reason. Because some people at Nintendo really have interesting desires. Speaking about the interesting, this level is probably the only majorly open world galaxy. Starshine Beach, actually, you may see, this is kind of a Sunshine reference, because you see the Panthers. Yeah. Hi, Dad. And I just lost you. Okay. That's actually really bad. This is basically Gelato Beach. So after this, we're just gonna make our way down, see these two eels, get them out of the way, and we can just dash off with the star. Oh, before we go. Oh. Sometimes Yoshi flutters can be a bit weird, mainly because you haven't really, you have an unfinished flutter. It can be weird to understand how that trick works, but we can't really do anything about it, so it's just have to live with it. Bit tired, it's like 11 PM. But... Alright. This trick is like, well, this is actually also a really cool trick that I suggest people do. I wouldn't suggest people to do, but this trick can be really flashy. So you see the, this, like, see these two clouds that are going around this tower? I'm gonna, like, purposely not look at them, just so the, cycles are gonna be manipulated, and what I'm just gonna do, jump on this guy, bad cycle, didn't get that right, we'll just try again. Oh, look at the cloud, that cloud looks pretty good. Hello? This trick can be weird. Where it all begins. So, I'm gonna wait for this cloud. I'm mistiming it a little bit. I see what I'm doing wrong. Gosh darn, what the hell? There we go. Let's try. Yeah, PB's probably gone, but... I wasn't expecting the PB anyway, mainly because Will 5 would have killed it, for sure. Well, Will 5 or Will 6 would have killed PB, so it's like, not the end of the world. We just have to live with it, I guess. And now we got Chompwood's Comet. Calm before the storm. Which... I'm very surprised the level doesn't have many people with a tied IL world record, so... If you want to get a free world record here, with like, all you need is 1 frame perfect input. And you can get it. I wonder what the world record is in this IL. Also, this is like kind of boring. There's not really. I'm crawling and tapping the controller whenever necessary. We're just gonna be stalling for time. I think that was actually pretty good. No. Shouldn't have spun. What is that IL record, actually? I'm very curious. How's it glance? 53 oh. I lost just about 2 seconds. The world record of that IL is 51.20. And it's a 4-person tie between Pac-Tac, Otto, Jerome, and Claire. Now we're getting into the second Bowser, which is, in my opinion, the hardest Bowser there is. And there is gonna be a skip right at the start of the run, well, of this, like, thing, where you're gonna see really cool... It's gonna look really cool. I'm gonna give 1 go at it. Mainly because we kind of have to give 1. You know, Hex is really hyped to see this trick. This trick is actually really hard. But, see how it goes. Pull behind the castle. And I probably didn't get it. Oh no, we still got it. So basically, there's some really weird geometry there in that platform, and like you have to basically lava boost your way through the entirety of this. It saves the need of going into the castle because obviously you go behind it. And you're basically just gonna be doing, like, the entire point of it is you're just gonna be doing blind movement. How much does that save? I want to say like 40 seconds? Well, it depends on what you do, but it's like 30 seconds? 40 seconds? I don't know. I should actually ask that in the Galaxy Discord. It depends on what you normally do, but like, around about that ballpark. Because there's a strat that you can do as a backup. It's a lot more in-depth than people... and it works. So now we have a thing with this Bowser. I said this Bowser was but there's a thing where you're just gonna wait here until Bowser lets go of the planet. This is known as a punch cancel. And what you need to do is you need to just unlike the odd phases, you need to basically wait until Bowser just lets go, and he just for some reason skips one punch. It only does one instead of two. For some odd freaking reason that nobody understands. We're gonna be doing the same thing here. Again, it can be a bit weird considering the whole, like, when Bowser hitboxes. Because it feels like the Bowser hitboxes get larger and larger every time you... Oh, every single fight. Kind of weird. So it's like the shell can easily just block one of your shots and you're just gonna lose a lot more time than you think. You can easily lose like 30 seconds just by looking at it the wrong way. And that's the end of World 4. This is admittedly the hardest world. Well, this is like the hardest world for many people. I don't find it hard, but mainly there's like a lot of interest in. You delay the third hit? I believe you. I do usually, but I don't know if you're required to. I think you do. I should probably double check. Clarify. So now we're going into World 5. Well, not yet. We're going to go back to World 1 for a bit. There's a new strat that I just put in recently that is ironically not as hard as people think. Pretty sure he doesn't punch in the second phase until after Freezing Fire. I'm not too sure about that, but I'll have to check Viper's tutorial. So we're just gonna make our way back to World 2. And then go to Boulder Bowl. Now this trick doesn't look... No, this trick is way easier than it looks. And I'm gonna try it, mainly because it is really cool. Shoutouts to GDA7 for finding this, and finding this route, which is the entire... Well, it was mainly just JDA who made it. And I was one of the tested. Double check to see if things work. Times control. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm just gonna make my way over here. Then what you do, go around this place. We're just going to jump around here and get hit by a chain jump. Oh, not quite what I wanted. That was not part of the script. Trust me when I say that skip is probably way easier than it looks. In my opinion, it's like way better than doing the normal skip, which is well, the normal skip I will show an example of next. So, but it's basically just long. Well, what you normally were supposed to do, you normally just long jump off and spin, and you just pray immediately after. This is, in my opinion, way easier. Sure wish that people put it in sooner. Now we have this boss fight. Honestly, looks a lot like Sonic, and very easy. We're just going to completely ignore actual fight, and we're just gonna go around back. Because normally you would have to wait for this fight just to spin at you multiple times. But, we're not doing that. Alright, now we have Boulderable L. I'll show you what I kind of wanted. Well, I'll show you what was the original strat nearabouts. So what you do, you normally would go in here with the boulder, by the way. And it's a lot more precise, but you basically just make your way over to this planet just like that. The spin of the boulder makes this hard. Also, this level has a chance of soft locking, which I've never had it. Not quite what we wanted. We want the Goomba just to follow us. It's currently not following the script that we have set out. Luckily I can't softlock now, because if I softlock I technically die. Because you would have to be hit to be softlocked. And now just to explain how the softlock works. There's a frame where you can well, if you get hit by the Goomba, the same frame as it goes into that, the 4 barriers that this, the robot guy wants, then for some reason you just softlock the level and you can't do anything about it. Luckily, well, I just believe, the guy just doesn't, no, the deer mode just doesn't talk to you. After reset level, try again. It's not actually that bad of a soft lock, as you only lose about a minute. But, still. Alright, so Hightail Falls Comet, if you remember me bringing up what I did in 1, this is entirely different. Yorita's Boulderable S before Hightail Falls Comet. It's a thing, I think it was an optimization video found. Again, another day, not some other day. It's a bit different to what they recommend, the tutorial, what the route had. So we're not going to be doing the same skip as what we did last time. Mainly because, fun fact, you don't need the combat at this time because this is the combat. So what we can do, get these huge jumps, and we're going to go into the launch star and do this really cool strat. First try. For some reason, when you're just with Yoshi and you just jump at the top, at the peak of that, like, platform, the game just yeets you up for no apparent reason at all. It looks really cool. Now we're going from one of my favorite levels to one of my least favorite, because if you remember what I said about RNG, this is the embodiment of it. If you all like crabs, then post a crab in the chat. Because I tell you, this is a lot of RNG. Like, you remember the enemy patterns are like a lot different compared to, well, in this compared to, say, in the same concept as your show, so we need to get a few lessons. All we can get. We need some energy. Also, a thing that people often don't know, you can cancel out of the boulder by just jumping and ground pounding, which probably could have helped many people in casual play. Not the greatest in the world, but what was that? That was like a 5, right? I wasn't paying attention. That was kind of not the greatest thing ever, but you know, whatever. Yeah, that was a 5. I have the stream open in on the background. You normally would get like a 15. Now we have Fiery Flotilla Comet next. The exact same thing with the Doppelgut fight. We're just gonna show the exact same fight with very literally no changes whatsoever. Other than the timer being there. Just for kicks. Just because, like, why not? Also, this level's really good. Well, I really liked it. The Doppelgut fight. You can go dastardly wrong if you're in top level, but luckily, luckily I'm not that good. I'm not like that good. I'm good, but I'm not like at that level range yet. I want to go for sub 310 soon, but like it's kind of pushing it a little bit now. I know, like, I need to grind a lot more kind of things. Oh yeah, this is the actual strat that I meant to show. For Doppelgut. I tell you, if you see what I did last time, you'd get a lot more leniency if you do this than you do by doing the other strat that Viper made. Look at how consistent it is. It works every time, I'm telling you. So after this, we're gonna go right back into World 5, finally, because the revisits couldn't torture people enough already, because they take ages. We have some pretty cool styles coming up in World 5. Starting out with Space Storm, which is a bit of a slower end style, but it's still fine, at least in comparison to others. Hey, get this launch style. The only other thing with this level is this level's cycle-based. Cycles that you can get in here are like a little bit jank. You need to get this Comet Medal. Luckily the cycles I had were pretty good. All we gotta do is bring this gold ball on land all the way over to Kiko and go to that launch pad. I've already spent with you're normally not supposed to do that. For reference, spinning with the Wyrmo is mainly more optimal as Mario, mainly because Mario gets way more height from a spin. But with Luigi, just spinning with a nunchuck is more height. Yeah, there's a lot of really tough levels in this game. If you actually compared Galaxy 1s to this, Galaxy 1 has a lot more, there's a lot more skips involved in Galaxy 2, but Galaxy 1 is way harder on movement. And you may recognize how, like, some levels are a lot more challenging than what people think. So, yeah. Now we got Space Storm 2, which Space Storm 2 pretty fast. There's a bit of an interesting skip here where you can don't need to use time just to stop before we get that. Also, nice goal. That was actually a really clean level. I'd never usually go for the triple jump, but I felt risky. So. Also, because that can definitely go down by another second. You normally would hit that switch just to slow the level down, but you just... that is slow. Anyways, if anyone wants to do another guess for the Shiverburn, no, for the Freezy Flake minigame, it's the exact same thing as Shiverburn. Literally the exact same thing. So if anyone wants to take a guess, feel free. Just a note, we need 600 time instead of 500. Yep. If only. I mean, there is a slide in this game. Technically, there is. The only thing is we don't do this in any percent because it takes a little bit. Going straight to the middle. Ah, 630. It's a little bit bad, but... that's fine. As long as we get over 600, it's more than alright. Now we have Shiverburn 1. Which, Shiverburn 1 is a really cool level, in my opinion. It can be a little bit always RNG. Yes and no. There are 3 different patterns with the enemies, which that is RNG. But every single pattern is the exact same thing. So it's like it's random out of the choice of 3, but so it's easily recognizable. Right, so now we have Shiverburn 1, which is a pretty cool threat right at the start of the level. Which, basically used clouds in order to just beat yourself all the way over to here. It's a bit... there's an easier strat to this. This is like a bit more precise than what it looks. No, no, it's not like one pattern, there's 3 rotations, there's just 3 patterns. Well, I'm pretty sure it's 3. I could be mistaken. What I do, by the way, is I purposely look away from the camera, mainly because, just to avoid the, well, just to, like, stop the ice balls from falling. Mainly because if something's not on camera, it just doesn't exist. The exact same thing as Odyssey, if y'all know that game. And there's a lot of examples in Galaxy 1 like that. So now we have Prince Picante, where I'm just going to purposely put that one fruit and this one, because that fruit is a little bit on the slower end for some reason. The game's a bit counterproductive. It's mainly just because, to avoid... well, it's mainly to avoid, like, another cycle where you just... where Picante just shoots a load of coconuts. It's not the most fun thing in the world. Nice gold. We're definitely on the gold train today. What the heck, gamers? This might be like a 305. I might push it down to a 305 some of best if I'm really lucky. Now we have Upside Dizzy. Pretty cool level. Which is kind of based off of, it's based off of, well, Right Side Down. Again, it's like the exact same thing, but a little bit different. in concept. Ah, there's a very interesting strat I was trying to do with the Goomba. Make it into that pipe, but I didn't get it. The reason why I won't stop is with these guys. Because I forgot what their names are. They just happen to like ambush you, and they're in a way just. If they're on you for too long, you just take damage. So that bonk was weird, but that's a bonk sometimes happens. Sometimes, not often. Not all the time. You can just, like, fly around like that for some really weird reason. Nobody knows why. Looks like some kind of upwarp has happened. Never seen it happen in that section. Oh, didn't split. Well, I did, but missed it. Didn't split as a whole. Now I got Upside Dizzy's secret, which I'm gonna try a strat here. There's a very small, slim chance that I get this. But I've gotten this twice. And one of it was in my free 15 queue. Yep. I tried, but wasn't too. What I was trying to do was, there's a thing where if you hit like the third box, and there's like a small window of time, you can just clip into the pipe. Which I did get in one of my PCs. That was a 5, yikes. How's this to my PB? Only a minute behind? Okay. I've never really died to that trick, by the way. Only just lost a little bit of time due to it. So it's like, not really too big of a deal. I may as well try it. But if it kills me, I probably would just refrain. But I'm probably gonna get that sometime now. Falling it. It's probably not looking like a PB. I'm curious about my best possible time though. I usually use predicted time as like a comparison, but I don't have that. Lost a fair bit in Starshine too. Yeah. My best possible time is a free 13:41 right now, which I would basically have to play within 30 seconds of my summer best within like the next 40 minutes. Probably not gonna happen, considering World 6 painfully hard. Honestly, if there was no Starshine Beach state, that could have been a chance. But I'm still really proud of how this run has gone so far. This is like definitely a run I can keep as like a submission video for marathons. By the way, I may as well, like, that's alright with you, Saren. There's like a marathon that I'm like gonna be, I'm like partially organizing. Fastest is. I actually wanted to do this just to get like marathon submission for that. And me as well, like, just give a little sneak went to it, because it's a cool marathon. It's got a lot of really nice people in it. So yeah, even if this is like a free 15, or like a free 16, I'll be very happy. Anyways, we're gonna go into the skip in Blue Moon, called Blue Moon 1 skip. Which is again like another alteration. Well, this was like another route alteration at some point. So what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna make it from this snake platform to this one, change the gravity, and go back. What we're just gonna do, we're just gonna get caught by that gravity, and then we're just eating ourselves right over. That trick is a little bit hard, but happy I got it first try. Also, I was admittedly expecting this run to be a little bit of a disaster considering that Sky Station 1 went, but, you know, it's fine. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself there. Sky Station 1 is really my only big mistake. Alright, this trick is, well, this level is another romp level, but go figure, it has no RNG. Shocker. It's basically because the Octoombas are fixed when it comes to the movement patterns, so not quite, like, well, they have a set AI on how they're supposed to be reacting. I mean, sure, let's see it. Probably those usually last about 20 seconds on the game timer. So nearabouts. Also, in a way, if I can get something like this in the tournament, that would be perfect. Definitely gonna grind to that. Because I'm pretty sure I'm like 8th seed. Also, unlucky star, but definitely good tournament practice. It's always worth just... It's definitely worth just getting it out of the way. And just, like, practicing that section, because... Yeah. Now we have, Now we have Boom Bunker, one of my least favorite Bowser fights, because it's a lot harder than it looks. The level has killed most of my runs, like, this level is one of the levels that has killed many runs that I have been. And it often sucks, but it's like, I can't really do anything about it. So I'm just gonna shoot my way over here. I might have missed. Okay. Not quite. There's a skip here called Cloudless, where you just skip the need of going without the Cloud Flower, but it saves a second. But again, it's pretty hard, and it saves 1 second. And now we got the Doomsday Machine. Really cool. It's really cool, but it's, again, pretty easy to die or lose a absolute load of time. Very little reason, because this is stupid all hell. There we go. Now we're getting it. And now, when it comes to the third phase, just attack. Like, ram you off. And you just climb up to Bowser Jr. by the time that he does try to ram you off. And as soon as that's done, you know, we'll be gone. Also, I had confirmation about the behind the castle thing. It saves 10 to 15 seconds, but it's like dependent on the strat that you do. So it's like 10 to 15 over like the first strat that I will show later. Like 30 to 40 seconds over casual strats. Alright, so that's World 5 out of the way. I'm currently a minute behind PB. And now we got World 6. Still have a potential PB, but chances are running really low, considering I'm like a minute behind, but we'll see how it goes. I have to play like 12 seconds on it. Not happening unless I say go a lot more heavy in spats, which I'm not doing. I might try some stuff. So we have Melty Molten 1, Monster 1 even. Melty Molten is another galaxy. Completely different.
Oh, whoa.
So what we're just gonna do, gonna grab this life room. A load of damage for no reason. We're just gonna cross that. I almost forgot about this life room. That down. That was an idea we had because of there was a new skip that was found recently. With like Gravity Gauntlet Comet, which is like another variation of Behind the Castle. But mainly because of how like that skip doesn't require any lava boosts, and it just takes you way deeper in that section. Saves like quite a lot more time. That's the purple sun finding that. Level is definitely there. That strat was found by Purple Sun, and basically because of that, we considered the idea of skipping life shrooms. Well, skipping the need for the 1-up shroom, mainly because of avoiding the text that shows with it. But I'm kind of on the of not doing that. We're going into Melty Molten 2. Melty Monster. Melty Molten is Galaxy 1. It's basically an auto-scroller.
Yes.
Yeah, true. The only one I would say would be worth it is is Lava Lab, because there's another strat you can do for that, but it's way riskier. But because of the Melting Monster, it probably wouldn't. Can I try it? I don't want to like. Well, I'll give it a go, I guess. Done it in a while. Nice. That trick is a lot harder than it looks, and it saves 1 second. Butter. That was Starbitless too. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm just pulling these off. But, you know. I feel just like, this just feels like another one of those Spyro references, where there was this one runner who just happened to just, because of some drunk person in the chat telling them, hey, you should probably do a skip that that only, like, nobody has done in runs, like, way too hard. It's just the exact same thing. Also, fact of this game, there's a small thing where you need to hit, like, bombs. The highest you can get is 5,600, but it's a bit late for that now. I was gonna ask about the, like, guessing, but, 5,200. Yeah, just to explain that, there was a thing in one of the Spyro games where there's this skip called Coveless, and there was a runner called Tuval who was like 30 seconds behind from record, and someone in chat who was drunk just mentioned, hey, you should go for this trick called Coveless that is like really hard, only he has, nobody's ever done it. He was like the only person who ever done it, but he's only found it, and he just pulled it off in a like world record pace run, and it went from like 30 behind to like 4 ahead. It's still like the most insane moment of speedrunning. Someday someone's done a YOLO carpetless to get it. In the exact same way. I'm calling it. It's like, for reference about that trick, it's basically, think of it as like the carpetless of Spyro, but only one person has ever done it in a run, and is still top 3 today. Even though it's like 5 years ago now. Well, 5 years old. Alright, so Flash Black. That was a bit of a route change recently, where you just do Flash Black instead of Awkward. Awkward doing secret, and like come around. This level is interesting. I'm gonna see when I'm limited. Yoshi. Yoshi! Oh, okay. If anyone wants like a video on like the whole thing with that, there's like a glitch hunting, there's like a video from the Rixa, or Ricky, which has the whole thing with Tuval, the guy who basically broke Spyro in half, and just happened to pull that off. Still the most insane. My god, I'm really getting destroyed in this level, huh? This is not actually that good, but... If anyone's looking for a good, like, video to watch, hello, game, please. I suggest maybe putting that on the button. So this is a cool move. See if I can get this. Nope. There's this really weird glitch where you can get the, some of those guys that are fluttering around to just be in your head for some weird reason. I don't know why it happens, but it's cool. Very cool. Now, I'm gonna go into Clockwork Ruins. It's a cycle-based level, which is, nobody likes the start, but the music of it is pretty good. At least say that. The thing is, we're going to be traversing this and getting 30 points. Well, we need to get 30 points for it. $17 points is a good point to be at around here. Oh no. Back this up. Yeah, there's... Is he still alive? Nope. I lost a minute in Flashback and it's dead. By about a minute. World 6 World 6 is definitely punishing, so you expect. Yeah, you kind of expect. I kind of expected it to happen. There's like a lot of in World 6 that is ready out to kill you, but this is definitely an amazing run. I'm really happy with this. Alright, time for the funny joke that everybody was been waiting to see for the past nearly 3 hours now. The joke that everyone just considers pretty funny. The next level is a little bit familiar, huh? Basically, we just flipped the switch and just went back to SM64. Why am I... well... literally everybody, when you see this being done in a 602, everybody pulls out the joke of saying, why have you spent like 20 hours in the entire marathon and just still on SM64 ones? You know what? There was some part of me that was tempted to do a certain speed, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not that risky. Actually, no, I'm not. There's a certain strat that you can do, where you can just clip through the swamp. Well, clip through that swamp. But now here's in Yeah, this is just like SM64. Sadly, the strat that we normally do in SM64 doesn't work here. I mean, you can, like, ride the wall, and if you actually go back into the fight after dying, Flomp usually says what he normally says, and then just says, oh, just butter it. We're just going right back in. Screw this. Why am I repeating this? We're just go right in the fight. Which really funny. So we're going to go into Throwback 2 now, which represents more of the SM64 DS version of this level, which, reminder, that SM64 DS is a underrated speed game. I was watching one of Widdit's reactions to it. Got like 5 silver stars. It's a good speed game, but the casual part of it is no, it's never fun. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna get around here. Grab this. And just go right back down. Anyways, we have one more star left, then we just got a few extras just to revisit, and as soon as that's done, I'm gonna go right back into the end of World 6. There's a strat I'm considering trying, but I'm very scared of it. But I don't know if I should give it a go, but if someone in chat can ask, I have the estimate. I could give one go at it, because I don't want it to be, like, too drastic. It can, like, at best, like, throw, like, well, it can be, like, worst case scenario for, like, 30, lose, like, 20, 30, so. Mainly because this trick can be a little bit on the jank side, but as soon as it's, like, get the hang of it, it's fun. I'm not spoiling it, not gonna be spoiling it until we get there. But it's in 3 stars time. Sure, Galaxy runners that are here know what I'm talking about, and alright. This is, again, another strat that I shouldn't do in Marathon, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a go. Because it is... No, just do it for the fans. And I can get a gold, which can maybe knock my summer best down to a 305. Is absolutely what I want. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm just going to take this as a little ride. This level is very chill. It's a bit on the longer end, but in about like 3 minutes. But still like really basically you're just about half asleep when you're trying to do it. And we just have the sunset. Captain Toad. Properly programmed brains. You'll love to see him. So, we're done with World 6 for the time being. Now we're gonna go back to World 3 and do some other cleanup stuff that is around here. Set up. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna go to Haunty Halls here. Because Haunty Halls is a pretty interesting level. Basically, again, Long Jump Simulator 2020. Or 2010, even. But there's some ultimate clones chasing you. As you can see, it doesn't really do anything. Not really that much of a panic. Doing the exact same thing again. Just for difficulty, they just put a crystal. Don't ask why. Oh, there you go, that's the summer best. Going down to a 305. You'd love to see it, gamers. Always really nice to see. Now we have Beat Block. Beat Block Comet. Which, interesting. After this, I'm gonna give one go at Gravity Comet. I'm gonna give one shot at it, and then I'll try the dangerous. I'm gonna do, there's a Yoshi here, which you can just use to skip the entire level. Is very good game. Also, this level is called Silver Stars in Double Time, but bit of a problem. It doesn't go in double time. It goes in 4 times speed. technically. Because basically, it goes every 2 beats instead of every 8. So the title just lies to me. I'll give this one go, actually, because this is a sick strat, and y'all need to see the excellence that goes into this. This is a... I'm gonna go focus, but we're just gonna be doing what we would have seen if we did... We didn't... If we died on Gravity Gauntlet 1. I'm gonna go focus, because this trick is hard as all hell. Strat that I admittedly shouldn't go for in a marathon, or like a showcase. Go for pro. Oh, that was very close. The reason why I used the home menu was to do like a home buffer. Just to like handle it a bit better. I might try it again. No. Okay, that's it. I'll just do the other strat. It was worth a shot. I was gonna try Nemi's version of this, but sadly the luck didn't really spread to me. So I'm just gonna do this strat. This is like the beginner version of this. That happens sometimes, I forgot to mention. Sometimes you can just flip through the wall. Because the video game just likes to do that. Oh, you can just flip through the wall. There you go. 4th try. To explain how hard that trick is, you're basically doing not like frame perfect inputs, you're basically doing 2 blind inputs, like just going from a right to a left to an up left within like the span, well, the left to an up left within the span of half a second. There's no visual cue. Yo, Adam. Thanks for the good luck. Luckily we're out of that. That level is known to be cursed for many people. The Gravity Gauntlet Comet is known to not be cooperative, and nobody, like people like this level, but that strat is a huge run killer. And at the moment, that just killed like a minute and a half of this run. Well, no, yeah, more like a minute and a half. Because I tried the strat twice, but the game just didn't run. I was like, I'm usually like really inconsistent with that, so it's like fair enough. But I figured, may as well try my luck. the Sevil's Chill, you just get 100 coins and go. At the moment, this is on pace to be a free 17 or a free 18. Which that World 4 did... No, that World 6 did dampen it, but... It's still really promising for, a showcase. I could have maybe squeezed in a 16 or a 15, depending on how good that, World 6 was. It happened. You just have to accept it. Well, I just have to accept it, because it's like, this game can give, this game can just take away. And that's the only words I'm gonna say when it comes to the marathon. Also, yo, this is literally the exact same thing as I did like 15 minutes ago, but with a 2-minute timer. Because video games. Also, Saren, if that's alright, there is something I want to show, like, after this run. Maybe just like, oh heck. Like a really small glitch. But, the thing is, I'm gonna need like a few minutes. So if you're looking to like eat up a bit of time, then I would like to show it, but if not, we can... Also, I got an accidental ground pound there. That was good. Show off some stuff. Alright. It's not like, it's a interesting glitch. It's like 2 glitches, really. So I'm just gonna like, where I'm basically just gonna run through the credits. And it's gonna take like about 10 minutes? Well, no, not like 10 minutes, more like 7 to 8. Now we have Flash Black Comet, which very fast star. It's another romp mission where you get like 80 seconds to hit 30 of these Octoombas. If you're wondering about my PB, it's a 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 12 seconds. Well, 3 hours, 14, 12 in this category. I have if you're wondering about other categories, it's 621 and 120. 323, 59 in greens, and a 1008, 25 in 32. I'm probably tempted to do it at 242 just to get that sub 10. Because that sub 10 is definitely on the realm of possibility for me. I just need to like not make too much mistakes for like 10 hours straight. Well, that actually kind of happened in one of my BBs once, so that's a yikes. It's sad, but it's actually kind of funny as well. There we go. I don't know why I'm so bad at this level. Interesting. Like, sometimes I can just die randomly and lose a minute. Very weird. Whatever. Not like the end of the world or anything. Still a free 19 pace. Can get a free 19 from this. Alright, so we're at 70 stars. We're just gonna make our way to the final Bowser real quick. Not sure you'll realize, but I just saved a minute. Not from a PB, but I just saved a minute of time. I'm not even kidding. There's an actual strat here, where if you just point the Wii remote to Bowser, you just save a minute. Because there's like, you just skip the collision of a, well, of that. Well, you just skip the collision, which is like a minute-long cutscene of Lubba just telling you, hey, you're just at the final Bowser. You basically... That's the reason why we call Purple Idiot Skip. And we call Lubba Purple Idiot. Alright, so... Really cool move. There's a really cool movement in this level. Pretty big skip. Coming up. Also, by the way, shoutouts to Omi, the finder of that strat. He was also mainly the organizer of an event known as the 602, which I suggest you all should check out at some point. For those who don't know, it's basically a run of like Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1, 2, back to back to back to back, all of them to their like 100% completions. So 120, and then 242 in Galaxy 2. The world record's like a 20. The world record's about 20 hours. The longest someone's taken to finish is around about 50. Still insane. There's also the 1120, which replaced those two galaxies we've all seen. Anyways, going into this really cool skip. The 50-hour run was with no sleep. Which is... yeah. That... I guess I should probably explain what that skip was. That skip was, Galaxy Generator skip. There's a way to get, like, a higher... There's the way to get top shelf when you're doing that, which is land about where that pole is. Well, land at like the top part of it, but it's really precise. Yeah, it is. Can be seen as that, but I don't really know. I don't really know why he did that, but why the runner did that, but still, like, kind of insane. Now that is even in the realm of possibility. Because right at the end there's like the perfect run, which probably not the best thing to go into when you're massively sleep deprived. At least, like, the rules have, like, officially changed now, because it used to be the traditional speedruns live rules, and then it turned from that to, like, it turned from that to like 60 hours with no you're allowed to take breaks, but if like the timer exceeds 60 hours, then you're basically out of the race. You can't submit to the leaderboards, which some people kind of thought that wasn't really good. So what we moved it to is like back to 10. You're allowed like an hour break, but there's like a 10-hour like big break in the middle of it, which is still really nice. So like you're allowed to take like a break of 10 hours. Yeah, after a while is really nice when it comes to that. Come up in time? Not yet. We still have a little bit to go, like about 2 to 3 minutes. I will let you know when time is. But we are technically coming up on quote-unquote time. Yeah. There's also like other marathon runs, such as like the 982 and 1862, which 982 adds 3D World and 1862 adds Odyssey All Moons, which only 2 people have done that, being Blood and Claire. Blood actually has the record of that right now, being like around about 38 hours. Which is especially insane because All Moons is a brutal as hell category to do. Alright, so final Bowser. And that's 2 hits. This is definitely anticlimactic. Hell yeah. And that's it. Not time yet. That's actually a gold, I believe. Very nice. Like 3:19:14, I want to say the time is. But yeah, that's the end of the run. Thanks to everyone who's been around. I'm definitely really proud of this run. World 6 wasn't like favorable. I could have maybe gotten like a 3:16 out of that, but you can't really have them all. Time ends on Final Grand Star Touch, which I'll just let you know when. And time. Just, yeah. And time. 3:19:11.6. That is way better than I thought. We'll gladly take that any day of the week. Yeah. I can't do this. Alright. Thanks to everyone who's been around and such. It's been a really cool run to show off. I'll show off that glitch that everyone does. Also, I'll probably just join call again and... Unless Siren wants to say anything. Alright, yep. Oh, I still have those glitches to showcase, but it's like, you have a little bit of time before you do that, so...
Got plenty of time. I do want to take a tiny break and work on some graphics. Maybe I can get it set up, though, while we're doing this. That'd be nice. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Because, well, like, the first glitch I have is, like, right at the start, and then the second glitch is, like, right at the end of the credits. It's pretty, like... It's a bit of a weird one, but it looks cool, so I felt like, why not?
Nice. I'm gonna stay quiet
so everyone does
so that I don't come in over your thing while
Everyone
you do
does
the glitches. But feel free to plug the tournament and stuff while you're doing this.
Alright.
And all that good stuff.
There's nothing really...
But
I don't really need to, like, explain anything when it comes to the glitches. It's just... weird. Yeah, I may as well just plug the tournament.
All that good stuff.
So, when I look at the sign-up... let me look at the whole thing. So, for those who don't know, there's going to be a challenge tournament for Galaxy 2 over at Speed Gaming. I'll post the link in chat. This is basically like a... there's no Galaxy 2 tournament. There is a total of 36 people that are currently running it right now. There's only after one day, by the way. But there are many more people expecting to join us. So, there is like a lot more stuff expecting with the tournament. So, feel free to look at that. Watch Speed Gaming. It's going to be done on September 7th. That's when it's going to be opening. So definitely feel free to look at that. And if anyone's interested in like learning Galaxy 2 or like Galaxy 1, definitely join the SMG Discord. It's a really cool place. We're really kind. We really like helping people, and you can just chill. It's really nice to be part of it. I'll try and show... I'll show the glitches when I can, but it's gonna be a little bit. Can I do this one here? Or... no, not yet. I need to wait for a little bit. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's the first glitch. Ooh, you can just see inside of Mario because nobody expects you to go into first person. But we're gonna rate an SMG2 stream when we're done. Alright. If anyone is live in SMG2. We'll have to see. Oh! He actually found someone. Was admittedly expecting fastest fizz, but no, it's fine. Yeah, well, it's definitely cool. You're just gonna support. Who's even playing Galaxy 2? Should double check. Oh. Alright, so for the skip, now for that glitch, we're just gonna need Yoshi, and we're gonna... you can see why we're doing this. There's just a huge indicator of what we're gonna be doing. And the thing we're gonna expect may kinda surprise you a little bit, but just need to wait till the credits are mostly done. We're gonna find Luigi soon, but need to wait a little bit. By the way, people on my stream, I'm probably just gonna send a host to either Marvel or look at. So what I'm gonna do is just flutter up. What? How did I not get that? Well, it was all for nothing. Dang. You hate to see it. Just to explain what would have happened, it would have been like there's a death barrier for some reason in here. So it's like you can technically be you can technically and it just turns into a black screen for some reason. Don't ask why it does. It just does. It's very interesting. Alright, yeah, thanks to everyone for being around. I'll pass it on to Saran and see what the lad's seen cooking.